Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. So glad to be with you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day so far. Happy Monday. Doing what I want to do. I'm enjoying it. Time's flying. It's because I'm having fun. I can't even get it all in. Let's see. Brought the kiddos to school. I did 2 Walmart Spark orders. Made $40. Mowed a lawn. Made $30. So I'm happy I made $70 on my day off. I'm going to list some stuff for sale today. I am thinking in the back of my head, maybe I want to hang on to a few records. Maybe I want to put them in alphabetical order and organize them and collect them, but we'll see. Maybe just a few. I've been having fun listening to them lately, so it might actually give me a chance to kind of flip all like the clothes and other just random stuff I have and not just the record. So I'm in a listening record phase right now, so that's good. But to the topic at hand, book 2 of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, a book that has changed my life, a quake book that can just shake you right to your core. Probably the top 3 books I've ever read: this book, the Bible, and The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. Again, this is basically his diary, Marcus Aurelius's diary. These were not meant to be published, not meant for public consumption. I would suggest picking this book up. I'd suggest gifting this book in any way that you can. I underlined a bunch. This has a lot of practical philosophy in it, a lot of things that we can apply to our break-free journey, and I'll just kind of go over the parts that I underlined and maybe speak a little bit about them if I feel it's necessary. But we'll start off. He goes, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. None of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness. Now, nor can I feel angry or hate them." Basically, what he's trying to say is that don't be surprised that there's going to be people out there with those traits, but we're all human. They just don't know any better. When have we never been one of those things, right? Who among us is perfect? It's never meddled. It's never been ungrateful or arrogant or dishonest or jealous or surly, right? You're going to run into those people. But we still all have to work together as one. Don't let them upset you. Don't hate them. And you'll probably walk through life with a lot more peace. He goes on to say, throw away your books. Stop letting yourself be distracted. I like that. I kind of go back and forth because books are good, right? But I think what he means to say is get into action. Don't overanalyze. Don't overthink it. Don't over-prepare. Rapid trial and error. Let's go. There's only so much that I can read this stuff, right? We got to put it into practical use. He goes on to say, think of it this way. You are an old man. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave and to be jerked about by selfish impulses, to kick against the fate and the present and to mistrust the future. I think that's so great. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by impulses, right? The news, the commercials, your impulse to smoke, your impulse to drink, to gamble. What else is going on? The car beeping outside. My computer screen that's open. What's going to happen? Did I get a notification on my phone? Should I check it right now? All those impulses. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave and to be jerked about. Be in control. Break free from those impulses. Focus on the present. He goes on to say, remember how long you've been putting this off. I just love this stuff. How many extensions have the gods gave you? You didn't use them. How long have you been putting it off? Eating better, quitting smoking, exercising, diet, saving, budgeting, getting rid of the clutter, meditating, working out, getting up on time, going to bed. There is a limit to the time assigned to you. And if you don't use it to free yourself, I underline free, break free, it will be gone and it will never return. Time is our greatest non-renewable resource, right? So again, this is him talking to himself. Stop putting things off. Life is short. use that time to free yourself, or it will be gone forever. He goes on to say, concentrate every minute like a Roman on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and freeing yourself from all other distractions. So focus on the task at hand, and be involved in it. When you're reading, be involved in the book. When you're watching a show, be involved in the show. You don't need 3 other screens going on. When you're doing your professional job, do that. Do what's in front of you. Get it done and move on to the next thing. When you're hanging out with your family, be present with them. Free yourself from all other distractions. He continues, yes, keep on degrading yourself, soul, but soon your chance at dignity will be gone. Everyone gets one life. Yours is almost used up. And instead of treating yourself with respect, you have entrusted your own happiness to others. Again, we all kind of have like this thing where we're the most important, right? But we put our happiness in other people's hands and what they might think of us and what they might say or what they might do. Or if they do actually do something that to us, say something to us, whatever they do, we could perceive it as being wrong. Our happiness is reliant on the souls of others. No, your happiness relies on you. He says, do external things distract you? Then make time for yourself to learn something worthwhile. Stop letting yourself be pulled in all directions. I just love when he talks about that. He goes, in comparing sins the way people do, the ones committed out of desire are worse than the ones out of anger. The angry man seems to turn his back on reason out of pain and inner convulsion, but the man motivated by desire, who is mastered by pleasure, seems somehow more self-indulgent, less manly in his sins. So it's one thing to, you meet one of those people who we mentioned in the first paragraph, one of those meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly people, which we've all been at one point. You see someone like that and you fly off. What the heck? That he excuses more than the desire and the meditated revenge that we might take upon that person. To really think about it and be mastered by that kind of pleasure. I like this as always a classic Marcus Aurelius line. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Who has the courage to actually put that line into their life and use it? He goes on to say, the speed with which all of them vanish, the objects in the world and the memory of them in time. All this stuff that we surrounded ourselves with, all the stuff in the background of this video, and the stuff around you now, it's not going to last. And that's what we care about, right? The objects, that's what we pursue. If we can break free from that, we'll have a lot more money in the bank. We'll have a lot more peace. We'll have a lot more desire, which desire is suffering. We can understand that this stuff around us isn't going to last. And as Marcus would say, neither are we. Sort of make the best use of this moment right now with what we do and say and think. And just to embrace those who we care about and to embrace the process of becoming the best version of ourselves. He continues, even if you're going to live 3,000 more years or 10 times that, remember, you cannot lose another life than the one you're living right now, or live another one than the one you're losing. The longest amounts to the same as the shortest. The present is the same for everyone. Its loss is the same for everyone. And it should be clear that a brief instant is all that is lost. For you can't lose either the past or the future. How could you lose something that you don't have? What? 2,000 years ago? You kidding me? I mean, you could base your life on that paragraph. What mind-blowing knowledge to read a few times, to write that down on an index card and tape somewhere that it's all the same. We shouldn't fear it. The present is all we have. All we can lose right now is this moment, this moment, this moment, this moment while you're watching this is what you have. Crazy. Rewind the video 30 seconds and check that passage out again. He says, remember two things, that everything has always been the same and keeps reoccurring. And it makes no difference whether you see the same things reoccur in 100 years or 200 or in an infinite period. And number two, that the longest live and those who will die the soonest lose the same thing. The present is all that they can give up, since that is all that you have. And what you don't have, you cannot lose. And I think that's why he wants us to focus on the present. Why would we disregard the present? Why would we give up the only thing we have to focus on all this other stuff that's not going to last and that no one's going to remember, and that life is short and this is all that we have right now? It's human life. Duration momentary. Nature changeable, perception dim, condition of the body decaying, soul spinning around, fortune unpredictable, lasting fame uncertain. Sum up, the body and its parts are a river, the soul a dream and mist. Life is warfare and a journey far from home. Lasting reputation is oblivion. Then what can guide us? Only philosophy. I look forward to sharing book 3 with you next. Break free.